Hello dear friends, on today's video we're gonna see the Airbnb's 2024 winter release at a glance. We're gonna have a look at every aspect of the release very briefly. We start with the upgrades for hosts. In short, there have been three major updates. The first is about the Co-Host Network, which has been revamped, and then the earnings dashboard has been revamped as well, and the messaging system has been enhanced with a few new features. Let's have a look at each of them. The Co-Host network has been revamped. You can find it at this link. Here we're gonna have a quick look at the link. Airbnb said it was introduced, but actually it was already existent. It's just been improved. When you go to that link, they ask you for an exact location. So for example, we write some random address in Rome. The address must be precise. Then you have some suggestions. You click on them and you see the top co-hosts near the location. Here's the list of co-hosts. You have some filters on top. So you can see who can make a listing setup, who can manage bookings, who offers on-site support, who offers cleaning. And then if you click on one of the co-hosts, you can see something about them. You can message the co-host straight from this page, and you can see their services. You will have to arrange, you will also see the co-hosts' reviews, their listings, their pricing. Okay? At the bottom you see their price. You should arrange the price before you decide to hire a co-host, and then you can set up co-host payouts straight from Airbnb. So the revamp of the co-host network is one of the major shifts. What happens when you look for co-hosts? How are they sorted? The ranking are based on many factors, and some have a larger impact than others. In particular, quality, engagement, and location are the most important factors for co-hosts ranking in the network. Quality means the ratings, reviews, and types of listings with which the co-host is associated. Engagement is also important. For example, how frequently the profile is viewed by prospective hosts. If it's an engaged profile, if it's being viewed by many hosts, it will rank higher. And location is also important. For example, if I'm looking for a co-host in Rome, the search will tend to show me co-hosts closer to that location, the search location, in this case Rome. Then another major update is the earning dashboard being revamped. It has been revamped with a few new features. First of all, the possibility to create custom reports. You can still see the older reports, such as the yearly and monthly reports, but now you can also create customized reports. You can see here on the left hand that you can select the listings, the payout methods, the time range you want to add to the report, for example, custom dates. So you can create specific reports, for instance, for a specific listing and a specific month. You can create a custom report straight from the earnings report, select plus or create custom report, select the date range, the listing, and other options you can include, and then get PDF report. This is pretty useful in my opinion. Then you also have the option to filter by earnings type. You can see if your earnings were generated by stays, experiences, credits, donation, or resolutions. That's also very important. You can also select taxes, which is not shown here. That's important. For instance, you want to see how much you paid how much was sent to you in taxes, how much was due to resolutions, for instance, extra services or something guests have broken. And if you are hosting stays and experiences, you can filter them off. So that's very, very useful for many hosts. And then the third major improvement in the earning dashboard enhancement is the earning cards. You can get details on where your money was sent and when it's scheduled to arrive. Here on the left you can see a sample of an earning card. It says the amount was sent today. It should arrive in your bank account in 3-5 days. It might change. For example, if you get your payouts through PayPal, it will say it should arrive in your PayPal account in 24 hours. If you click on view details, you will see the details of the payout. Then the messaging system is the third enhancement that for hosts on the 2024 winter update. Basically, there have been 3 major improvements, or there will be because they haven't been rolled out yet. New quick replies. Over a dozen new quick reply templates will give hosts sample answers to top guest questions on topics like directions, Wi-Fi, and checkout. So you will see those templates. You can use them as they are, or you can change them to reflect your style, or add something or remove something. So pre-written quick replies, and they will be available in early 2025. There is no specific date from Airbnb yet. Then we've got threaded replies. It will roll out on November 2024, so in just a bit. And this is pretty useful because it allows you to reply to a specific message in the message thread, and the reply will get nested under the original message. And guests can do the same, so you can create a string of related messages. On the right here you can see an example. We just arrived, of course. So the reply, of course, gets nested. And you can also send reactions with emoticons such as this. It's already available. You can already see it in your messaging system. And then editing tools. It will begin working in November 2024 as well. It will allow you to edit or unsend a message, which is a major update because it's often users request to delete a message they just sent or change it. They will be able to do it in a few days. You can edit a message within 15 minutes of sending it, and you can unsend it within 24 hours. That's it for the hosts upgrades. So basically, what has changed for hosts is a new co-host network revamped, and some hosts who meet the requirements can also join the co-host network. So that's good for those who are in need of a co-host, or those hosts who have some spare time and want to offer their support to other hosts. That's a major change for them. And I think it will also bring to Airbnb people who have homes but do not have the time or want or will to manage them. The earnings dashboard has been revamped. It's now easier for hosts to create custom reports and see from where the income was generated. And then the messaging system has been enhanced with the threaded replies, with the possibility to unsend or edit messages, and with the quick replies, pre-written quick replies. And that's it. There have been some upgrades for guests as well. In particular, Airbnb has introduced the new recommended search filters, the personalized highlights, and the new local payment method. New recommended search filters. To improve the guest's experience and drive more bookings, Airbnb will now recommend locations based on the guest's search and booking history when they tap on the search bar. This is already available. We can have a look through my phone. If I log into my Airbnb account, tap on the search bar, you can see here suggested destinations: Paris, Rome, Sicily, London, Havana. I don't know why it suggests Havana. Sicily because I often travel to Sicily. I think Vienna because I've been there a couple of times. So it's based on my preferences. Then they also introduced recommended search filters. The filters are still the same, but for instance, if I'm looking to book a stay and select 3 guests and 2 babies, the algorithm will know I'm going there with babies, and they will probably suggest a recommended filter a crib filter. Or if I'm making a search for an entire place, it usually has a kitchen, they might suggest kitchen as a recommended filter. So those filters are recommended based on your past history and on your current search. Also, they introduced a new way to add and remove filters, which is a lot better. You simply click on the filter to add it, and to remove it, you have all the selected filters on top, and you simply tap on the X here to remove them. It wasn't possible before. You had to scroll down again, either clear all the filters or scroll down and click on each filter to unselect it. Now you can unselect it on top here by clicking on the X. Then they also introduced personalized highlights. Highlights, this is not entirely new, because the highlights were introduced in summer 2024 already. You probably seen the highlights in your listing if you're a host, or in any listing if you were looking for places to stay recently. But now what's different is that these are customized. So what I see is gonna be different from what another person sees on the same listing. Whatever matters the most for the guest looking at the listing will be highlighted here. In this sample picture, the highlights says perfect ratings for families, baby essentials available, and garden view. Okay, so personalized highlights. Highlights were already there, they are now customized. And then the third upgrade is that they introduced some local payment methods. This is like a trend for Airbnb. In the last few years, they introduced over 20 local payment methods. In 2024, up to now, they already introduced Twint in Switzerland, Pix in Brazil, and Kakao Pay in Korea, I believe South Korea. And now they introduced Momo for Vietnam, P24 for Poland, Vips for Norway, and Mobile Pay for Denmark. That's it. My considerations real quick. It's not a major update compared to other updates. It still has some good features, but I mean, it's not much. I thought it will be a bigger update. If we compare, like, for instance, the 2021 summer release here had over 100 updates. That was, like, I think the biggest. Here you can see 100 changes, but still just 6 changes, and some of them not major changes, is not that big, but it's still useful. Also, having updated amenities for hosts, like up to grade amenities, is now more important than before, I believe, than ever. Probably guests are gonna use filters more, and they're gonna have recommended filters. So making sure that your amenities are up to date. For instance, if you offer a crib, you have to make sure you ticked that option on Airbnb. If you have a kitchen, if you offer kitchen equipment, if you offer essentials, you should make sure that it's up to date, because guests are most likely use more filters in their search now. And also, with suggested destinations, Airbnb can virtually steer the demand to certain locations. For instance, if Paris is full during Christmas, but there are some towns around Paris or slightly far from Paris that are not full, Airbnb might suggest other nearby locations which might also have lower prices and be better for guests. So that might steer the demand from Paris to those cities around. That's just an example. So those hosts who are around Paris might benefit from it, hopefully. That sums it up. Thanks a lot for watching.